What's up, everybody? Your boy Carl Freeman here again today. Coming back from Trader Rec, going over here to my base, which I've been busy. Been working on it for a good little minute. Got a nice one going. It's actually pretty elaborate, but the main part where everything goes down, I called it the dung hole because it's exactly that, a hole in the ground with my base, or my little fighting base, built over top of it. And the zombies come in and fall in the hole and go into this pit of water. So, it's the dung hole. I have a little base here which eventually I'm going to start putting farming plots in. This is going to be like my little farming base right here. And we're going to go over here to this little trailer I like a lot for some reason. I don't know why. It just seems to be a cozy little spot. I put a brick wall around it and dubbed it the Redneck Rescue. Oh, sorry. Redneck Ranch Rescue. I need to take this out or do something because that's where them green lines are coming from. And coming from the sky on up. I've been wondering what that was the whole time I've been building. I finally figured it out. So I'm going to take them out. Let me pull my truck in here. Here we go. Get on in here. Alright, before some zombies come in. They've been coming pretty regular. Little small hordes and whatnot. And kind of tearing stuff up here, so I'm about to do some upgrades on this and make it a little more zombie proof. I might try to make it 100% zombie proof. If I can make it 100% zombie proof, that'd be great, because then I won't have to worry about this area and that area over there. Then all I need is my dung hole. Which really, technically that's all you would need is the dung hole, the way I've got it all done up. They've been in here, they done tore the cabinets out in here. You can see that. I got to replace the sink cabinet and all this stuff in here. They ain't tore too much up though. I've had to come over here and do some repairs real quick. I had to upgrade. The wall was brick. They tore through that like paper. So I took it all the way to steel. Seems to be about the only thing they don't go through. Alright, let's go down here, y'all. I make sure I close these doors behind me though. Damn it. A lot of doors. If you don't do that and they get in, they seem like to hurry up and run through that for some reason. Even though they like to attack doors more than walls, I still don't want to make it easy on them. See, I got a door here too. They're going to have to bust through. We're going to go that way later. So we're going here to the garage bunker. That was the one we saw first coming in. We're going to shoot over here. You got this little downstairs here. You got a little back corridor that goes into there. We'll come back to that. Come down here. Got some little sleeping quarters in here. Little place to relax, play some pool, chill out after days of, doing some quests and whatnot for the traders. Little cozy bathroom. Wish they'd give us cleaner tubs and stuff, man, instead of making everything look so dingy. Just because it's the apocalypse, we're not going to be dirty like that, I wouldn't think. Little sleeping quarters here. Plenty of storage. I always make sure I close my doors, because anything gets in, it's going to tear whatever up it can get to easily. It's the dining area right here. Nice little kitchen back here. A little living area, sit and watch some TV. In case you got to go, you don't want to have to run all the way down that ladder. You might not be able to hold it. You can come on in here. Hey, you can take a bath if you want to. Somebody might be in the one downstairs. You can come on up here. Then when things start getting a little rough, you got your loadout room. All your weapons, ammo, everything you need to fight. And here's that door we saw earlier. See, we're going to come on through here. Remember all this? See, it's connected. You got an easy way in, quick way out. Just in case something goes down and you got to get up and go. You can. Pretty neat. Then we come on up here. Down here pretty good. Hopefully that distracts the zombies and they can't see me if I squat down. But I know it doesn't work during the Bloodmoon. That's what the dung hole's for. That's where I go for that. But as long as I stay squat down inside the... Dadgummit, here they come. They always tearing up that door. See what I mean? I gotta fix that door to where they don't want to fuck with it. For some reason, they want to come in here and mess around with that door and get in there. They can't get to me, so I don't even know why they're messing with it. I think it's in their way trying to get to me, and it's like easier for them. They think it's easier to go through the door than to go around the whole building and come to me. Let me fix this real quick. All right, now let's go on back up here. Oh, hold on, if I get anything. No, it ain't much to see down here. Just your basic crafting areas and everything. Everything you need. You know, you got your cement mixers, chem bench, all that down here. Workbench. Got another truck in here if I need it. Got two over at the Redneck Ranch Rescue. Got a couple forges up here. Well, at least a forge. Then you got a little bathroom. I mean, you can't shower in here, but, you know, if you got to go, at least you can handle that. Wash your hands, all that good stuff. And come on up here, you got another little chem bench, a little workbench, like a little kitchen area where if you get thirsty, you got something to drink, something to eat, you know. It's not necessarily home, but you could practically live here if you just throw the bedroll on the floor. And this up here is my gyro launch pad. This is when I get ready to start trying to fly. I ain't that good yet. I don't know if y'all have played around with these gyros, but man, they needed to fix them bad. They're hard to fly. I don't understand the dynamics of the up and down, the pitch and all that. It just doesn't respond, you know, too quick. So they're kind of tricky to fly around in. I might not be using them too much, but I'm going to play around with them though. Let's go on back in here. We still got lots more to see down here. Like I said, it's a pretty intricate little base, but this ain't the main part. This ain't the place that keeps it going is, of course, the dung hole, and I'm saving the best for last, y'all. Now we're going to go through here. Because the dung hole is pretty intricate, too. It's a lot to it. But I think someone could actually build the top part, use a bridge to build something similar to it right over a river and do the same thing, and probably do it early on in game and you know, be your first zombie base and expand on it from there and use the base in that area and that you know, technique, which you'll see here in the end, all the way up to the last zombie horde, all the way, you know, as far as you want to take the game. I believe the base would last. With a few little tricks and tips I've learned. I keep forgetting about the force fields though, but they did the 2.0 since I started building this base, so they might have changed that too to where the zombies now recognize it as something they can walk on. I hope not. That'd suck. They take something like that away from us after we done got used to using it. That levitating base, it's okay, but I seen them swinging around down there for no reason, and all of a sudden they hit one of the invisible pieces and make the piece up top appear. So that base, I mean, it worked pretty decent. I still have it on my other save. It worked. It was okay. I liked it. I've improved on it. You know. Now, if you want a base that you don't have to worry about the zombies bringing it down, if they knock out a few pillars and stuff like that, wall that invisible area in and use it for a garage like I did, it might work. But you got to figure out how to keep the zombies out of there. Only thing I would think is just put drawbridges all around the bottom and use one of them force field blocks and put you a force field moat around it, and that would work. I might try that on my next build when I start rebuilding a new one. I might try that moat idea with the levitation support and just build me a garage up under it. That probably work if you used the zombie force field block and build on top of those as well as expand it outside your base like a moat. The zombies won't walk on it, but you can. You can drive on it and all that. That would probably work. Make sure your base is out of spitter range so the cops can't spit on you. I hate when I hear cops spit on some of these videos because I sounds like they're saying something else. I'm like, yeah, you might want to go wash that off. That don't sound good. Nice little room right here, boy. I like this little steam room. These elevator doors are cool. I would have probably put them in the base earlier on, but I didn't find them until later because you don't really have elevators. I created something similar to an elevator that works using hatch frames, hatch doors. And it works pretty good. You could do the same with regular doors. You just have a wider platform. I guess two people could use it at the same time then. If you did it that way, that's an idea. I might have to try that too. See how it works. See if two people can work simultaneously. One person operate the doors, the hatch frames, or the doors, and both of y'all go up it together. You'll see. Well, I think I got it in this video. I don't know. I got a small one built just to get up into the dung hole. This is the bottom of the dung hole here. The zombies fall into this pit of water, which, from what they say, the water keeps them from going into rage mode. Okay, so I figured drop them in the water and also have some electric wire, fence wire, so they get electrocuted. And I used the elevator doors for like shutters for the battle area for anybody that wants to be down here, because you can sit in here and you can shoot to it, no problem. Hold on a second. There we go. I had to get some more ammo for that gun. Alright, but anyway, this is to lure the zombies across. They're not supposed to be able to walk across that sloped surface. And the door kind of tricks them into thinking they can come that way. So somebody could be down here as the zombies are falling in. There are turrets, so the turrets kill everything too. You really ain't got to do nothing. You just sit back and watch the zombies fall in there. Little sleeping area here with a little bathroom in case you gotta go. Hopefully it's not in the middle of the Bloodmoon, because you're gonna have to hold it. Now the Bloodmoon, the base might need a little help as far as defense. Down here doesn't seem to need anything. They fall in this water, the turrets get them. They don't stand a chance. Now you make sure you got to close this at all times. You keep that drawbridge closed. Otherwise they're going to land on it and bam, they got your whole base. That sucked. Can't have that happening. I think they took that one elevator door out back there in the back because I couldn't access it for some reason. I'm going to replace it. Alright, let's go on back up here because I think y'all about ready to see my prized possession. The dung hole. They wouldn't let me say bung hole on the sign. For some, what's the difference between bung and dung? They both reference poop or shit. God almighty. I tell you what, censorship. Lord have mercy. Alright, now we back up here at the Redneck Ranch Rescue here in my little trailer. Nice little trailer though. I mean, I could literally live in this thing in real life. It's just all the room I need. Little living room, kitchen, bedroom, bathroom. I'm straight. Alright, we go out this door. Everything's pretty close together. My little tunneling system was pretty fun to do. I'm going to shoot on over here, y'all. This is the dung hole. This is the top part. Alright. As you can see, I've upgraded, added all kinds of neat little features. And zombies will walk in there, okay? And as you can see, there's turrets back there. There's electric wire back there. So there's a little bit of everything going on. And then they fall into this big hole right here, which goes down to the pit. Alright, now here, you can jump from this and catch the ladder and go up. But sometimes, if you're like me, you ain't coordinated enough, you want something simple, well, it'll work. This is like an elevator here. See, bam, 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 look at there, we up. Then we up here on the ladder, but make sure you close it so the zombies can't jump up there. And here we are inside the dung hole, which I think is way overpowered because you don't need these turrets. You don't have to do nothing. You can sit right up in here, right here. Them two turrets kill anything before it comes in there. So they don't even fall down that hole now. But before I put the turrets, you could just sit right there and just be bait. The zombies would come in that tunnel and just drop down into the hole, and the turrets down below took them out. And it was working flawless. So like I say, this could, easily be a starter-based design over a river by using a bridge and use this same base concept. Just construct the bridge to be a little more zombie-proof, It wouldn't be hard to do. You just got to lure them up there and make them think they can get to you. And instead, they fall through the hole, land in the water. They come up out the water. They come back up, fall down, come back up, fall down. You can take them out. Then later on, you can add turrets. Then the turrets do the work. You can relax a little bit more. Just keep upgrading the base. Make it as strong as possible. Put you some force field pieces around it. You good to go. Shoot through all this. Like I say, it's easy to defend it. Real easy. I did this so I can get to those electrical ends there. Mostly on this side, because this is the repair side. You only have to repair the end ones, and it repairs the whole line to the electric fence. Got a little burn barrel to stay warm. I think it's a pretty slick little base. Especially this part right here. All you gotta do is just sit here and that's it. You ain't gotta do nothing. Just sit here and chill. Alright. Now this was previously, before I put the name on it and before I did a lot of updating, I was working on it. Oh God, if I can just make it. This is from earlier on when I was still working on the base. But you'll get a feel for how it works. See, now the zombies think that this way is harder to get to me than the other way, because where I'm going to stand, they're practically right in my face. Now you see there's no turrets here. Look, zombie just falls in. Watch this. Here come another. Now watch, she's just going to fall right down. Shoot. And she get took out. You can hear that gunfire.
Incoming enemies. Prepare for conflict.
So I technically didn't even need those turrets. Okay. This is why I say you could build this early on out of nothing but wood. And it would work. Because they're not beating on it. Not at this point. And the turrets down below take them out. Now you won't have turrets, but if you drop them in the water and you have them, a pathway to get up to you, they'll just do a roundabout. They'll just keep going around in a big old circle. You just keep shooting them till you kill them. Or just stand there and watch them go around and around. See, while you up there watching them fall in, somebody could be down here taking them out the rest of the way. The theory is here, they're supposed to climb up that ladder because they think they can get to you. But I think I got my water too high. I got to figure out how to get some of that water out of there. Take the water table down, make them want to climb that ladder to get to me. See, that one was coming up the ladder. But I think, yeah, see how they dug out that bottom piece over there? Yeah, I need to lower my water, make them want to climb that ladder. It was working fine until I did some reconstruction and brought the water table up. So I'm going to have to lower it somehow. I don't know if I got to scoop it out. If so, how many scoops? Either that or I can throw some terrain in. No, that would make my water. That's what I did earlier. It made the water table go up a little bit. It seemed like it did anyway, because I don't remember it being that high. Took me a minute to figure out how to run electrical. See, here we are back up here. Like I say, not a turret one in here right now. I think it works pretty good, man. See, ain't nobody messing with nothing back there because they think that's harder to get to me. There's no way to get to me, they think. But this way, they seem to think they can just run right over here and get to me. The good thing is, if they did tear this base down, there is a secondary feature. You just fall down this hole into that water and start defending it down there. So yeah, there is a backup plan. It's called fall in the dung hole. Go into that world of shit with them zombies. Hopefully you ain't got a bunch of them in the water because you're screwed. Unless you can swim and get over to that ladder and put that drawbridge down, get it back up. I've done fell in there a time or two while I was building with some zombies in there. I mean, it could be done. A little trickery. But anyway, I appreciate y'all watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and you got some ideas. Till the next time, y'all stay safe. God bless.